Hey there, what's up internet? My name is BlackLightAttack. I want you to want me, and this is episode 50 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. So last time we entered the ancient forest, we killed Ultima Weapon, we got a nice little flashback from Vincent. We got quite a bit going on at the moment, so we are basically going to keep going through the ancient forest, get all of the excellent rewards that are in here. Excuse me, I forget what I picked up right at the end there. Now that I think about it, was it a materia of some kind? Let me actually see real quick. I don't think it was, but nah, it wasn't. I don't know what I picked up, but we also got a weapon for Vincent, which I don't think is going to be very useful at the moment. Also, I think I wasn't supposed to go here quite yet. Ah, yeah, no, maybe I was. Yep. Okay, so here I think I want to actually get eaten by this? No, I'm sorry. Okay, I actually want to go back. Oh, does this bring me back to the beginning of the forest? Fuck, it does. My bad. Okay. So that text box that pops up when you grab, like, the first grasshopper, that'll actually just give you a quick tutorial on what the mechanics are, pressing the OK button, also known as the circle button, in order to pick them up and drop them, and yada yada, and if you drop them near a plant, all this. But basically the stuff I described at the end of the last episode, but... here we go. Alright, so we're on to the next screen already. No bothering with them enemies or anything like that. And then, what else did we do last episode? We beat Ultima Weapon, we got Cloud's Ultimate Weapon, we did the Vincent flashback. I think that was really it. We didn't accomplish a whole lot, but chasing Ultimate Weapon does really take some time. In my case, it took like a year, because I was not really playing this game all that much. But we are definitely in the phase where we can now, whenever we want, go and finish the game. But for me, this has always been the part where I dilly-dally and do every single optional thing. We do still have the two optional bosses, the two weapons. Well, we're going to stay here, and then I think this materia right here we can just creep up on. Nope. Maybe not. Oh, I remember what I have to do here. Okay, I got it. I'm going to grab Bug just in case. Jump on up, and then you hear that noise. That means there's a frog living there. You give him that, give him the grasshopper so he jumps out and eats it, and then we're gonna jump across here, and let's see the frog pop on out here. I don't know if there's really a purpose to using the frog, or maybe what I should have done is jump back down and then taken the frog across with me. Yeah, the frog didn't come. Ooh, let's see, hold on. How the hell do I get up there? Yeah, I can't get back across here. That actually doesn't do too much damage. Oh, no, it totally does. I'm lying. High potion it up. I just used like 30 high potions to heal my team. This is like so not necessary. I'm a wastrel. Personally, I don't really like this area all that much. I find it a little tedious, and the enemies take forever to kill, especially these guys, because you miss them with, like, every attack, and they're fairly resistant to magic. They don't really take a whole lot of damage from magic. I find it pretty frustrating, but overall, I guess it's an okay area. Mostly for the rewards, which I've mentioned several times, but we still have the ultimate, not the ultimate weapons, the two optional weapons to do. And funny enough with those, like, I'm really just doing those for completionist's sake, and they're the two most difficult enemies in the game. They're actually far harder than Sephiroth, but funny enough, their rewards are actually, like, complete garbage. One of them will give you all 3 master materias, which is okay, because so the master materias are, I don't know if I mentioned this before. So there's a mechanic in this game where if you master all of your materia, you get master materia, and what that means is if you master like all of the magic materia, there's master materia for, oh, this is where I get up here. Okay, I got this. There's master materia for command materia, magic materia, and summon materia. There's none for the independent or support materia. But once you've mastered all of the magic materia in the game, all of the summon materia in the game, or all of the magic command and summon materia, excuse me. Shit. So we got this beehive. That's what you do with the beehive. There we go, got the slash all materia, sweet. We're gonna put that on Barret, I think. So we can get rid of the long range. No real need for that since we're not mugging Omega Weapon anymore. So that one is pretty useful. I think that's what you get for beating Emerald Weapon. You get one each of the Master Materia. Now, the way you normally get Master Materia, you master all of those Materia, and then you go to the big Materia in Cosmo Canyon, and then you speak to the correct colored Materia relevant to whichever ones you have mastered, and then you'll get a Master Materia. And what that does is, that one Materia will allow you to cast all the magic in the game, all the commands in the game, or all of the summons in the game, just by equipping the one, which is fairly cool. So here's what I think I'm probably supposed to do here. Here we go. Get out of here, shitty frog. Frog ate my grasshopper. Oh, no, it didn't. I don't know what the point of getting this frog is. I feel like there's actually no point. Maybe that's just to, like, demonstrate that you can use grasshoppers as bait to get frogs. I don't know. Anyway. We're gonna go ahead and put the frog in there, wait for it to burst out. But rather than going through the trouble and grinding of mastering all of your materia, what you can do is just beat Emerald Weapon. Which is not a small feat, actually. There we go. Got propelled to safety. And then, funny enough, the Ruby Weapon reward is nothing but a gold chocobo, which, if you've beaten Ruby Weapon, you probably already have. So it's kind of dumb. The rewards for them are really not big. The Master Materia is handy, but not at all required. And if anything, it's just sort of like a space saver when you don't really need space savers all that bad. It just prevents you from like equipping like a whole bunch of materia. It saves you materia slots, which is cool, but it's I don't know. I really wish the rewards for the weapons were better, but at the same time, like, it's funny that the rewards for like the Battle Square minigame are better than the rewards for defeating the hardest enemies in the game. I feel like they were kind of, the rewards for them were kind of like slapped together without much thought, because the weapons weren't originally in the game. They were actually added to the game in the US and European release, and then brought to the Japanese version via like a sort of like special edition, I think. It was kind of like, Game of the Year edition or whatever. And then they added those weapons. And so they're called the US bosses sometimes. Like there's a speedrunner that I've talked about in this series a lot, Carnage. He runs a subcategory of Final Fantasy VII called All JP Bosses, which stands for all the Japanese bosses. So that basically is all bosses except for Ruby and Emerald. So really, I just like fighting them because they're difficult. And they do take a lot of prep, so I'll probably be doing some grinding for that soon. I also need to find out if I think I don't have Red's ultimate weapon in Final Limit Break, which means I'm gonna have to go to Cosmo Canyon here at the end of the Ancient Forest. I do believe. Yeah, I think so. So, anyway, I'm really excited to go home. I think by the time you guys see this, I probably will be home. I'm going home 3 days from now. I'm recording this on Saturday, and then tomorrow Sunday, and then Monday, and then I leave Tuesday. And come on. There we go. I'm excited to fly back, honestly. I haven't been home in quite a while. It's been, I guess it's not that long. It's been like 3 months. And I was home for my sister's wedding. Now I'm going home for Christmas. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I haven't seen my family in forever. I haven't seen my friends from home in forever, except for, you know, to like play the occasional game with them. Oh, you dick. So what am I doing here? I'm not too sure what my goal is here. I don't think I can get around this stump. Oh, I know. So we're gonna take the frog. I don't really know if the frog is what I need right here. What is the point of the frog here? I feel like twice now I've baited out frogs and they've served absolutely no purpose. This is weird. So when I go home, I'm excited to, you know, spend a bunch of time with my friends that I haven't seen in a while, and basically chill out and not worry about. Whoops! I cast bad breath. I'm an idiot. I meant to cast magic breath. Just chill out. Like, I'm gonna have to work the whole time I'm there, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, it's not too bad, because I don't have to like worry about commuting, and I'm basically gonna have to work all the time whenever I'm home anyway, and that is unfortunate. I've never really had a job where I'm not at the job, I have to keep working, and that's kind of. Did I just cast Bad Breath again? Am I that dumb? I just wasted like a shitload of MP. Doesn't matter. The holidays are always like a great time for me, and like the past couple years I've really not enjoyed them all that much because I had a job where a lot of times I would have to work Christmas or Thanksgiving or New Year's, and now I'm going to be home for Christmas and New Year's, and I had Thanksgiving with my friends, and that was amazing, and now New Year's and Thanksgiving I did not go home for, but Christmas and New Year's I'm going to be with my family and my friends, and I'm really excited. Ooh, is this? No, I didn't actually want to go here. Can I get back? I don't know if I can get back this way. What's this? Typhoon Materia. Oh, that's cool. That's a new summon. That's a really weird-ass summon, and it's actually fairly useless because, like, every enemy in the game is fucking immune to it, but whatever. Do I have anything master? I do have Deathblow Master, but that's actually useful. We'll take the Throat Materia away. Give it to Barret. So I think... Okay, we can't get back here. Good. So I'm kind of like stressing about what to buy everybody for Christmas, because like traveling is expensive and I don't know how much money I'm really going to be able to spend, and on top of that, like I get home the 16th, so I have that amount of time to pick out what I'm getting. I have one friend that I have bought a present for already online and had it shipped to my parents' house to meet me there, and everyone else I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing for anyone else's presents, and I'm stressing about it. But this is kind of when I perform best, is under pressure, and I pride myself on being a fairly good gift giver. Let me tell you, I went on like a rant about this on Twitter recently, but one of my favorite things is buying people presents, and one of my least favorite thing is when people aren't like gracious gift acceptors. Like, one thing that drives me fucking nuts is when you ask somebody what they want for Christmas or for whatever holiday. Oh, this is what I have to do. Okay, close that guy up. Take the bug, right? And then we skip on over here. Grab this bug. Get the frog. Oh, look at this logic. Get across. Yes. And then, since we can't get across here, we put the frog in here, and boom, we win. When somebody asks you what you want for Christmas, don't be that fucking guy, don't be that fucking girl that says, oh, you don't have to get me anything. That shit drives me so insane. It drives me up a fucking wall. Like, always, like, if somebody wants to give you a gift, and you say, don't get me anything, that's actually, like, rude. I know that people say, oh, you don't have to get me anything to be polite, but I find that actually really impolite when I ask someone what they want and they refuse a gift, basically. In some cultures, I'm told, I don't know if this is actually true, but in some cultures, I'm told that one of the worst insults you can give to somebody is to refuse a gift. But then again, in some other cultures, you're actually considered horrible and greedy if you receive a gift, notably Chinese culture. Apparently, one thing that people do is try to force gifts on each other, like family members will try to force gifts on each other, and then if the other person actually accepts, they'll think they're really greedy. But if they don't offer the gift in the first place, that's considered rude. Like, I don't know. Okay, so that's all of Ancient Forest. God, I fucking hate that place, actually. But so we got a triple growth weapon for Cloud. We got the slash all materia. We got the Typhoon materia, which I forgot to show you guys. We'll show that to you in a little bit. But oh, let's go to Cosmo Canyon while we're here. I almost forgot. Boop, boop. But anyway, my point is a lot of people. I find it very insulting when I'm like, "What do you want for Christmas?" and someone's like, "Don't get me anything," because think about it the other way around. If you, oh, Bugenhogen seems rather down ever since you returned from that trip. I'm worried something might happen to Bugenhogen now of all times. Okay, so we got to go visit Bugenhogen. If you had actually already bought a gift and you gave it to them and they basically said, "Don't do this for me," and gave it back, how insulting is that? That's actually really bad. And it's kind of the same when you ask, "What do you want?" and they say, "Oh, I don't want you to get me anything." If somebody asks you, even if you don't really know what you want, I feel like the best way to handle someone asking you what you want for Christmas is to just basically say, or for your birthday, or for whatever holiday you celebrate, or, you know, whatever the occasion is that you're receiving a gift. The best thing to do is just be vague and just list some of your interests. Give them some direction, because at the same time, it's also a little rude to be like, well, I want you to buy me this. Because then if they don't want you to buy you that, if you're just like, oh, well, I want a car. Well, obviously, most of us aren't going to ask for a car from, like, a friend. But if you're like, okay, well, I want, like, a video game, and it's a new game, and it's like $60. And you don't know if that person was really willing to spend $60. Maybe they want to get you like a $30 gift, $40 gift, and then I don't know, all of a sudden if they don't get you that gift, then boom, then you're the one who's being rude because you put them in a bad situation, and they're gonna feel like they let you down. The best way to do it is be like, oh, well, I'm into League of Legends, I'm into Final Fantasy. You start like listing stuff, like, you know, pretty much anything to do with that. That would be good, and then leave it up to them. And that's just, you don't have to go with video games, obviously. But, oh, you know, I just bought a new car, you know, maybe I could use some accessories for my car, like, you know, you get like those little trash bag little mini trash cans that clip to the back of your seat, so you can like keep your car nice and clean, not worry about having refuse all over your car like I always do when I have a car. Anyway, so Bugenhogen laying on the couch. You lazy son of a bitch. Ho ho ho, you? It's been a while since I've been out. I think I must have tired myself out a bit. Don't tell Nanaki, he'll only worry. Okay, so I actually forgot to put Red 13 in my party. Damn it, I didn't mean to go all the way up here. I think I went the wrong way. Here we go. So anyway, be a gracious gift receiver, and if somebody wants to give you a gift, like, fucking let them give you a gift. It's really not that big a deal. Luckily, all my friends have been cool about it, that I've asked, and like, I have too many friends here to buy all of them individual gifts. I would not be able to afford that, and so we're doing like a white elephant kind of thing, which is a fun sort of like holiday game that a lot of people do. I know my family does it a lot, and that's basically where everybody who's participating shows up, and you all bring a gift that pretty much anyone can enjoy, ideally, and find use for, and you all draw numbers. You know, if there's 15 of you, then you draw 15 numbers out of a hat or something, and then whoever goes first picks a gift from the middle of the pile. They're all wrapped. Picks a gift from the middle of the pile and then opens it up. And then number 2 goes. And number 2 then has the choice of either picking another gift from the center of the pile and picking, you know, seeing what they get, or they can steal a gift that's already been opened. And then if you have a gift stolen, you then get to open another gift from the center of the pile. So it's a kind of a fun game, and there's some douchebaggery and backstabbing involved. So we're going to do that with my friends. And then all my other friends have actually been like, you know, they asked me, what do I want? And I gave them some vague ideas, and I asked what they wanted. They gave me some vague ideas, and then we all kind of agreed. Grandfather! I don't know how he just climbed up that ladder. He's like, don't go. We all kind of agreed. Nobody like tried to bitch out on asking for something for Christmas. Have a pair, grow a pair, tell people what you want. Anyway, grandfather. Nanaki, you're still here. I can't leave you like this, grandfather. It's the duty of my Seto's son to guard this canyon and her people. Listen, Nanaki, I think you may already know. If you have any mission in life, it is not to defend this valley. Look at the withering mountain grass. Listen to the warble of the newborn chocobos. Look always to the eternal flow of time, which is far greater than the span of a human life. It will teach you more than staying here in the valley. What you will see will eventually become a part of life's dream, for my children and for your children. So please, Nanaki, go with Cloud, and with your eyes, your ears. Ho ho ho! Now, don't look like that. I'm alright. It's a wide world, and you must go out and see it. You may even find your life's mate. You may never know. Grandfather. Oh yes, take this along. I think it will look good on you now. Ho ho. Bleh. Oh no. And, yeah, homeboy's dead. In case you couldn't tell, Bugenhogen finally dies of old age. He basically exerted himself a bit too much when we took him to the Cavern of the Ancients, or the Lost City, rather. Red 13 is Bugenhogen Grandpa told me that he's going away again. Away? It seems like he really liked that airship. He told me he couldn't stay and just zipped out of here. He even gave me a gift, look. We get Limited Moon, which is Red 13's final, ultimate weapon, excuse me. Wait a minute, aren't you supposed to give gifts after you come back? Haha, Grandpa sure is strange. Ha ha ha. So maybe we'll run into him again somewhere. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Cloud. Alright, so that's kind of a little interesting insight into Red 13. It kind of reminds you that he really is immature, basically. He's a bit immature. What happened there, Bugenhogen died. Told him that he's going away now, and he died. So Red 13 is sort of rationalizing it by refusing to admit that he died, and although I don't think that there's any of that, like, he's so distraught by it that he can't handle it. I think it's just that he just didn't want to tell his friends. And so rather than saying, like, oh, he died, he just said, like, oh, he's going away now. And he wasn't really able to tell his friends and his companions that Bugenhogen is no longer with us. So I was like, oh, yeah, maybe we'll run into him again. And he's just like, yeah, maybe. But probably not going to happen until all of us die, so, you know. So that was another aspect I didn't really mention of Red 13's backstory, and what he's fighting for is Bugenhogen is encouraging him to do more than just defend his home and sort of go out and see everything that there is to see and go to all the lengths he can and kind of be a witness to nature and the fight against those who would destroy it. So kind of a cool little development for him is that he is supposed to, like, bear witness to all of the great happenings. And keep in mind, he's being like even though he's like kind of like a teenager in his race, he's also like 40 plus years old. He's like 42 or something like that. So Nanaki is fairly old. Red 13's fairly old, and he's going to live a long time. Is basically what that infers. Is that at 40 he's considered like a teenager. But all right, so let's see. So being that he lives a long time. He can kind of be like a storyteller of sorts. But anyway, so let's see. What do we have as far as ultimate weapons go? I want to make sure. I want to take a quick inventory. I'm trying to remind myself. I think we might have all of them. We have Clouds. We have Sids. We have Red 13s. We have Barrett's. I believe we have Tifa's. Let's double check Tifa. We have Yuffie's. We have Kate Sits, and we are about to get Vincent's. And then we'll also have to do a quick inventory on final limit breaks. Let's see. Okay, we did get the premium heart. Cool. Very cool. And come here, Barrett. Come here, baby. Give me some sugar. Whoops. There you go. Let's take a look at some limit breaks. We have Catastrophe. We do have High Wind waiting to be learned. We do have Omni Slash. I think we got Tifa's as well. We definitely got Tifa's. I remember getting that. Red 13's you get super early in the game, so we have that. Yuffie's we get when we go to Wutai. Kate's that doesn't have one, and Vincent's we're about to get. So we are doing quite well, I think. Forgot to heal Barrett as well. So I don't know if the random encounters. I shouldn't have put my Chocobo away. I don't know if the random encounters that you get into when you're in like a not world map area, I don't know if those count towards the game's like judgment of time. I think it still counts. So I think after doing Ancient Forest, we may be able to go back to Lucretzia's cave and see about getting Vincent's final stuff. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the game that we haven't really done. I think we still need to do the Battle Square special round. And I don't remember. I think I'm eligible to do that because I think you have to buy the 2 best rewards from Battle Square, and then after that, which is Omni Slash and I think the W Summon Materia or something like that. I forget. But basically, after you buy the 2 most expensive things there are to buy in battle points in Battle Square, and you go again, they'll be like, hey, there's a special round for you. Do you want to partake? So. We'll do that because we're going to get a really, really powerful materia for doing that. And it's going to play a pretty significant part in our fight against the weapons, Ruby and Emerald. So, god damn you, Ruby. I like to fly like close to the ground, just skirt along the ground, but Ruby makes me nervous to do that because if you accidentally bump into him, you fight him, and then I would absolutely get thrashed. And I think I'm pretty sure I've gone the entire game without dying, without like game overing, which is, to be honest, pretty easy to do, especially if you know the mechanics like as well as I do, to be honest. But all right, so Lucretzia is not here. Oh, Vincent needs to be in my party again. Whoops, I forgot. I guess this would be an interesting thing to do without like sort of having a guide. As I've mentioned before in this Let's Play, I had a guide when I was growing up to follow. And I think it'd be interesting to like find this little area and like just walk in with whatever party you have. And if you weren't using Vincent, you'd be like, well, what's going on here exactly? It'd be hard to know. But let's see. Lucretzia. We received death penalty. Received chaos. Dum dum dum. Okay, so there's actually like some story behind his final limit break chaos, and it's not very good because it was all developed in Dirge of Cerberus, which was a game that followed up as a sequel to Final Fantasy VII on the PS2, and it stars Vincent. It's all about Vincent, and that game blows. It blows like fat dicks. Vincent's a cool character, don't get me wrong, and I feel like he's one of these characters, especially because he's a limited character, or not a limited, an optional character, who's totally optional to the story and yada yada, but he still is very involved with like Sephiroth and all of the thing, and Sephiroth and Shinra, and having all of these ties to the main catalyst of the story. Like he's pretty prevalent for being an optional character. So, but because he is an optional character, a phrase I've now said like 4 times in a row, he doesn't really get to have a lot of solid like character development. So they decided to spin him off into his own game, Dirge of Cerberus. The problem is by the time Dirge of Cerberus came out, Square Enix had forgotten how to write a good story. I don't know if the guy who, I forget his name, Sakaguchi, I think? The guy who created Final Fantasy originally, I don't know if he had lost his touch by then or if he just had moved on to a different game studio, but like they tried to make Dirge of Cerberus work and expand the story, and it just fucking sucked. So I think we're going to go back to Battle Square, and then we'll probably just send Cloud in there. Try to get that special materia that I want so bad. And then I think, now that we have Vincent's final limit break and ultimate weapon, I think that's everyone, right? I can't remember. I just took a quick inventory, and I don't even remember. I think we're good on all of the final limit breaks and ultimate weapons. I do believe the only ones we haven't taught to anybody yet are Vincent's final limit break and Cid's final limit break, which we are working on. Cid needs to learn one more limit break, as does Vincent. Vincent needs to start like killing dudes, because I actually haven't used Vincent too much in this playthrough at all. And when we start doing some grinding, I will probably end up using him quite a bit. I think once we do this, I think next Battle Square, or next episode rather, I'm going to do Battle Square, and then that won't take the whole episode. So what I'll probably do is go to the last area, which is called the Northern Crater, or like North Cave or something like that. We'll go to the final area. We'll start working towards that. And rather than confront Sephiroth, we're just the last area is actually really big, but I'm gonna need to use it to grind for Ruby and Emerald weapons. So we'll clear that a little bit, and then I'll probably do the like Ruby and Emerald half episodes. Actually, I don't know if I want to do the half episodes. I might just grind off camera. What did you just say? Not interested. Okay. We'll probably do some grinding off camera, and then maybe I'll do Ruby and Emerald in the what the fuck? Oh, I think I actually have to earn some battle points in order to look at this. Did I not get W summoned? I'm gonna be pissed. Where's W summoned? I did not bother to get W summoned. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna grind out Battle Square. I'll do that off camera as well, but I don't know that I am gonna do Ruby and Emerald in half episodes. I might actually do them in full episodes. And just kind of let's play through them. I just don't know. I haven't decided what strategy I'm going to use for each of them, but I think for Ruby I'm going to do the Dazer strategy. There's, like I said, they're the only actual like difficult bosses in the game, and what's fun about them is there are different ways to go about beating them. Fuck. Oh, crap, I just sent Vincent in there. Oh, I'm an idiot. I did not mean to enter the battle. I sent Vincent in and he has no materia on, and I don't know how much BP I have. I'll have him kill the first wave of monsters just to get some BP, and then or I don't know how much GP I have, rather. I'll have him kill the first wave. Oh my god, he's at half health. Why are you at half health, Vincent? Uh-oh. Oh, sweet. He has a bolt band on, apparently. I'll just kill these guys and then I'll run away just to give myself a little BP so I can check and make sure that I don't have W summon. I'm sorry, I know I'm kind of going in circles here with my commentary. I'm just like I said, kind of out of it. This is the same recording session as when I started talking about like how I've been sick. Or wait, was that this episode? I don't know. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of recordings in a row. I am like so fucked up right now, guys. I'm sorry. I am just really off kilter. I'm on tilt, is what I am. But this is gonna be the end of this episode. I hope to see you guys next time, where, as I said, we'll be doing the special battle of Battle Square, and hopefully some other fun stuff as well. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.